It's the season of love, and in honor of Lisa Frankenstein, the 80s set horror about a young girl who finds true love in the reanimated Victorian corpse who shows up on her door, I thought it would be fun to talk about some of my other favorite stories about undead love. This is a subgenre that I love. It disregards all sanity and sanitation. It's usually fun, over the top, silly, and filled with lots of gross humor that I just can't get enough of. So let's dive into it. First up is the movie that started it all for me, My Boyfriend's Back from 1993. This story is about a young boy who is in love with Missy, the most popular girl in school, and she doesn't give him the time of day. They're from two separate worlds. But he dies trying to defend her, and then he comes back from the dead, and the two start off a nice little undead romance. This one is silly, fun, and sweet. It has sweet characters. I just love a good love story. I love the underdog getting what they want in the end. I saw this movie when I was way too young, but I fell super head over heels for it, and I feel like it's gone forgotten. Many people don't talk about it anymore, so you need to watch it. I believe you can rent it on Amazon and Vudu. Next is Burying the Ex. This is from 2014 from director Joe Dante, who also did Gremlins, and this stars Anton Yelchin as a horror-obsessed guy who's dating pretty much the worst girl for him. They're not into the same things, they're not compatible, and she's mean. Unfortunately, one day his girlfriend dies, and he ends up meeting a girl who is actually perfect for him. She has a horror-themed ice cream shop, and he has a horror-themed store. So they're just like a match made in hell. They start dating and fall in love, and unfortunately his girlfriend, the mean one, comes back from the dead, and she will not give him up. This one is silly, it's fun, it has a great cast. Anton Yelchin is super sweet and lovable as always. I miss him. And Ashley Greene is great as the evil ex-girlfriend who will not leave him alone. And it's just silly, it's fun. All of these are silly and fun. That's what I love about them. It also made me really want a horror store slash horror themed ice cream shop. Like, how cool is that? Then we have the early 2000s gem, Boy Eats Girl, starring our pop queen, Samantha Mumba. This story centers on a high school boy who is in love with his best friend, played by Samantha Mumba. They've been friends for years, and he's never professed his love for her, but everyone around them knows that he has a thing for her. And one night he wants to profess his love for her, but in an act of miscommunication, she doesn't show up, he thinks she stood him up, and he goes home to brood, and he starts messing around, and he accidentally unalives himself. And his mother, who has been studying some ancient stuff, finds this book that allows her to reanimate him. So she brings him back from the dead, and all seems well, except he also has a hunger for human flesh. And he starts biting and attacking people, and it starts turning everybody else in the town into zombies. So it becomes a fun little romantic comedy slash apocalyptic zombie story. This one is just, it's so fun. It looks early 2000s, but the story is sweet. The two main couple are super adorable. Samantha Mumba kicks some zombie ass, and there's one scene in particular where she's on like this like bulldozer machine where she starts killing all the zombies. Some great gore and kills there, so it's just fun. It's over the top, it's silly, and ridiculous. And that's what we love here. Next is Life After Beth from 2014. This is an A24 horror about a young guy played by Dan DeHaan who is super upset and depressed because his girlfriend, played by Aubrey Plaza, has died unexpectedly of a snake bite. And he's not doing well. And then one day he goes to her parents' house and he sees that she's there and she's seemingly alive. So she somehow has come back from the dead, and her family doesn't want to tell her that she's dead because she doesn't know she's dead. But he is determined to have things normal. He takes Beth out on a date, and she displays some very angry, violent tendencies, and he discovers that she has changed in her zombie state, and she's violent, she's hungry for flesh, and the movie just kind of spirals out of control from there as dead start coming back to life everywhere, and it becomes a little bit of an apocalyptic zombie story. This one is filled with awkward, weird humor, and it's the kind of humor that Aubrey Plaza excels at. It's like deadpan, bizarro humor, and she's great as this zombie. She's just like emotionless, but also equally over the top when she needs to be, and it's just silly, and it's the kind of stuff that makes you uncomfortable. Feels like almost kind of like a Parks and Rec / Curb Your Enthusiasm style horror movie, and it's just weird. It's just weird, but great cast. So fun. Next we have Warm Bodies from 2013. This is based on the novel of the same name, and this is set in a world that is a post-apocalyptic world where zombies are the norm. Zombies are everywhere, and the world is basically set up to just go on as normal. And there's one zombie played by Nicholas Hoult who eats the boy who is a boyfriend of this girl, and when he eats his brains, he gets all of his memories and he falls in love with this girl. Sets off a change in their world where these two start to fall for each other, even though he's dead, she's alive, and zombies are supposed to be killed. So it's just a really fun, zany romance with two great leads. And lastly, we have Return of the Living Dead Part 3. This is a really sad, tragic love story, and it's about this couple who they're two like punk kids who are kind of misunderstood. They are out on a date one night and they break into this facility and they witness the people inside the facility bringing some people back to life. Unfortunately, the girlfriend dies in a motorcycle accident, and the boyfriend, completely distraught, decides he's gonna bring her back to life after seeing what he saw in the lab. However, when she comes back, she does not come back the same. But I will say, she gets even sexier, if I'm being honest. She's super cool. Melinda Clarke plays the girlfriend, and her transformation is just like so cool and so hot and sexy. And I remember seeing this when I was little and be like, damn, she got better when she got dead. It's weird. It's weird feelings. All of these movies will make you feel weird. But this is one that has always been a favorite just because of the nostalgia factor for me. It's one that I saw when I was younger. I think it's ridiculous, over the top, but it's also really good. It has some great kills. And yeah, Melinda Clarke is just amazing. You watch it just for her. And there you have it. Those are some undead or undying love zombie romances that are perfect to watch for Valentine's Day, on a date night, and any other time of the year. So let me know if any of these are your favorite, what your thoughts are, and if you have any additional recommendations for me, because I love this subgenre. We need more undead love stories. Also, I highly recommend checking out Lisa Frankenstein because it was so much fun. It is just ridiculous, zany, twisted, demented, and everything I could want in a zombie love story. There you go. And we need to support this movie, so go out and see it, please. Thank you. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll catch you next time. Bye.